indicated to Mr. Sillo that Mr. Miller had called you relative to this Johnson matter, correct?
That's correct.
And you indicated that you could either stop the investigation or continue with it, right?
Yes.
You could have made that choice at that time.
I could have basically made the choice, yes.
Okay. The point of the matter is, sir, is that Mr. Miller, although he's the safety director of the city of Lorraine, he has no authority to tell you or order you to stop that investigation, does he?
No.
And he didn't tell you to stop that investigation, did he?
No.
Now, Mr. Poli indicated that you had talked to Mr. Miller about his call to the Ethics Commission, correct?
Yes.
All right. And I believe, if I'm stating correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Mr. Miller essentially told you that he discussed it with the Ethics Commission, and what he got back from them, that it sounded okay. That was your phrase, correct?
Yeah, those are paraphrasing his words, yes. It was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nothing more definitive than that, correct?
Right.
All right. He didn't tell you that he had a formal opinion from the Ethics Commission that outlined everything that he had told them and that this was okay or permissible or legal. He didn't tell you he had that, did he?
No.
You didn't ask that of him, did you?
No.
You didn't request of whether or not he had gotten that, did you?
No.
Now, Mr. Poli, I believe that Mr. Sillo provided you with a report, your report that you compiled on this. You compiled that report, or at least it's dated on November 10th, 2003, is it not?
Yes.
Okay. And as of November 10th, 2003, consistent with what Mr. Sillo just told you, you still had interaction on this particular case, even though you were reassigned, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. You testified in Mr. Johnson's case, did you not?
Yes.
Okay. You reviewed that report in order to testify in Mr. Johnson's case, did you not?
Somewhat, yes.
Okay. You sat out here yesterday with that report and read it, did you not?
Not the entire report.
You read pertinent portions that would be
Some
relevant to this?
Some parts of it, yes.
Okay, may I finish my question, sir, please?
Yes.
So that we get it down properly. You read pertinent portions of what you considered relevant for this trial, correct?
Yes.
All right. And you've had to go back and you've had discussions with Mr. Sillo, Mr. Nolan, relative to this case, have you not?
Yes.
All right. And with all of that, this being your investigation, you're reading that report on a number of occasions, you're getting prepared here to testify, you still had to have your recollection refreshed, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and that's just human experience, is it not, Detective Poli? Or Lieutenant Poli?
Objection.
That's something you've experienced throughout your career, is it not? That you've had to refresh your recollection even though you were involved in the investigation?
Yes.
As to dates, correct?
Yes.
You even told Mr. Sillo here a number of dates you didn't recall this morning, correct?
That's correct.
You had no independent recollection of them, right?
That's correct.
All right. And all along, Mr. Miller had told you that he had called the Ethics Commission, correct?
Yes.
And do you recall at that particular meeting on November 20th that Mr. Miller reiterated to you that he had called the Ethics Commission?
He did.
And do you recall replying to him, sir, you did call the Ethics Commission, you did tell me that, but you didn't tell me when you called the Ethics Commission. Do you recall telling him that?
I may have said that. I don't recall that.
Do you also recall telling him that you assumed, the word that you used earlier today, that he had called the Ethics Commission prior to this whole deal?
I may have said that too, sir.
It's consistent with your memory, is it not?
Yes.
The point of the matter is, at no time, Mr. Poli, did Mr. Miller ever tell you a date as to when he called the Ethics Commission, did he?
He never told me